Hey, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of the very cool Mercury V by Carr amplifiers. Now, the story goes about 13 years ago, Mercury came out, or Carr came out with the first Mercury, which was kind of a British big brother to their Skylark. And this amp did really well, got great reviews. Now it's back and better than ever. Better with some cool features that we'll get into after I tell you about how we're recording it. Couldn't be simpler. This is my 67 Telly, and I'm running it just a Klotz cable out of the Telly directly into the amp. I'm miking the Carr with a Shure SM57 that's running in directly into an Apogee Quartet and into Pro Tools. And along with that, the new Mercury V has a very cool line out with some speaker simulation, whatever, for recording as well. And we're running that as well. You wouldn't hear it on the intro, that was just a mic, but why don't I play it a little bit right now and you can hear what it sounds like. So this is just the line out. So that's not a bad option to have. In fact, when I'm recording, I tend to like lots of options because you never know when, for whatever reason, be it the ghost in the machine, but sometimes I find myself struggling in the studio to get a great mic sound and you move it around and you're never quite there. This is kind of bulletproof. Run a line out and it's going to be good. It may not sound like a, I don't know, like a $1,000 mic in front of it, but it might. Anyway, judge for yourself. That's the line out tone. Now let me go through the rest of the very cool features. Let's start with the fact that it is a Class A amp, which is kind of the Britishy bit. It's got 6V6s, single channel with treble, middle, bass, and a lush reverb. Can't get enough of that funky stuff. And it is a very cool 3-position boost switch. When we came in, I had it in the middle, which is a little bit of boost, but let me show you kind of what it does. Okay, here it is all the way down, no boost. So I've got the amp, running pretty hot, so we're getting a little bit of warmth, just fuzziness, just tickling you a bit, but clean. Now, roll her up one with that boost. A little bit more fuzz. Let's bring her up to the big boost. Man, that gives you all that grit and growl that you really, well, particularly with the telly, that whole snarl thing, man. Cool. Love the boost. Love all three settings. And this is a great, to me, kind of the ideal studio amp because you can quickly jump between those three settings. And it's not like, when you're adjusting knobs and stuff, you get it kind of close to the same place. This will give you three distinct sounds with, so you can reference back to them pretty quickly. Very cool. I'm going to put it back and then talk about some of the other goodies. So my favorite feature is right over here, this happy little fellow. It's an attenuator that gives you everything from, when you have the attenuator turned off, you're at a full 16 watts. And this is a painfully loud 16 watts. It's pretty punishing when you're in that. But flip this switch right there and you're in the attenuation, and you can bring it all the way from 4 watts all the way up, all the way down to 0. At 0, you can't hear it, but where I've been playing up to this point, I've had the attenuator on because, as I said, pretty punishing without it. I've got it right below 4. So this is it all the way up, the attenuation all the way up to 4. This is attenuation all the way down. That's to 0. So we'll call that maybe half a watt. Which to me, man, that is the most comfortable, sitting around the house and you don't want to annoy people should you live with people. That's a great thing to have because you've got, the tone to me sounds pretty much the same. I can't really tell any difference, but way, way quieter. Then we take it off that, we're going to be at full 16. Oh, whoo. That is loud, but dig the tone. Let me go between, that's 16. Now here it is, 4 watts attenuated. To me, a little less painful when you're attenuated. Great option. So, obviously, if you're playing with a drummer, you'd probably keep it on the 16, but man, for the other applications, playing at home or recording, great way to go. Very cool feature. Wait, there's more. A magic switch that gives you either series or parallel input gain. What that means, right now, when it's in the up position, you have a high and a low, and you can kind of feather in whichever one you want in combination or run them in parallel. So right now I've got it where you're running them individual, and I'm going to turn up the low alone. Which is just a great, dark, kind of jazzy tone. Cool, right? So let's roll that down and just bring the high up. Cool. Now, how about you want a little combination? Sure, why not? This is the high all the way up and the low at about half. Okay, now flip the switch and they're together. Cool, right? Now let me just dime both of these. Now, pretty dirty, right? Why don't we add the boost and see just how loco this can get. So here's boost 1. Here's boost 2. Wow. Luckily I've got the attenuator on right now, so we're running at 4 watts, but man, that's some gain. Okay, let's try it with humbuckers. Okay, now we're in humbucker land. That is without the boost. Let's try it with it on. Man, that is a great overdrive sound. And this is just my stock PRS running straight in, and I couldn't imagine wanting more gain than that. So the tubes are 2 6L6s and 4 12AX7s, and which is just a great overdrive combination. And it's amazing the kind of dirt and drive you can get from this thing. One last bit. The reverb, let me show you a little bit more about that. So the verb, I've been running it at about, just shy of halfway. To me, it's kind of a, if we bring it way down, it's really subtle. But it gets real wet Bring it all the way up. Pretty lush, right? So those are the basic details on the Mercury V by Carr amplifiers. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and why not subscribe to the hard copy? Have it sent right to your house, because right now we have these 3 tabs in every mag. So you're going to want to have that for hours of guitar geekery. This is John. Till next time.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.